Well, hello everybody. This is Joanne Perry from New Brunswick, Moncton. Um, and it is Thursday night, September 22nd, 2022. And I'm here to just show you a few little products that I played with yesterday. I had my a team meeting. Well, it was like a day crop we did, and there was 5 of us that were able to get together. So, anyways, I played with this set, and I just realized that I never really did do a demonstration with that. It came out last year, and it was in. They were all like bundles, but this time they're sold separately in the new annual catalog. So it's called Christmas Season, and I'm going to show you. If you look at the annual catalog, page 44. So page 44 and 45. And I'm sorry if my phone, if the camera moves, wiggles, it's because I don't have my regular stand. I haven't been doing videos in a while, but I brought my stand with me on the weekend, last weekend at the cottage. Uh, I had intentions of showing you this, like there was a special that was going on, and I figured I'd go in there and do that, but I never got to it. So anyways, I just realized a while ago as I was getting ready, I said, oh no, I left the stand to hold my phone in Coles Island at the trailer, at the camp, whatever you call it. We used to say trailer, but now we're building that cottage. So anyways, so I've dug out an old one that I have here that is not as solid. So I just hope it's going to stand during the video, that it doesn't fall on me. Because just like a little clip that you put on the side of the shelf and you tighten it up, but it's a little wobbly. So if you lose me, no problem. We'll go with what we can do. And hello, Tammy. So if you're on here, let me know and say hi. I always like to see who's watching me. Now, I'm just going to get my laptop ready too so that I can see how much you're seeing because it's just a little section here. I had to put the phone really close. Um, just bear with me. I'm going to bring it up bigger. Whoops, and then now you hear my sound. I got to mute that. There we go. Oh, I feel like I'm all rusty. I haven't done any videos in the summer. The only video I did was when I said I did a Facebook Live last weekend when I was at the cottage, just to say hi to everybody. Well, look at everybody on here. Hello, hello. Wow. I guess the evening is a good time to do videos. Got Tammy, Giselle, hello Giselle, Denise, and Kimberly, Chandel, Ruth, from Camelton. Oh, all right. So, who's been doing any Christmas cards? I would say some of them. Some of you started in the summer. I usually do Christmas in July and didn't get to do that at all. But yeah, I'm gonna be. So I have a customer who asked me to. She booked a party. We're gonna have it in October. We just didn't set exact date yet, but she sent me some pictures of some cards that she found on Pinterest, and she showed it to her friends, and so they wanted to make them. So I told her that I would look to see if I had those products, and so I had to just change it up a little bit, but that's the cards that I made. Um, Let me just show you. And I'm gonna send her a note to show what I came up with. And this one I did design that. And as you can see, it's the same. The two labels there, they're the same. I just did one stamp this way and then the other one that way. This was like the colors and everything, the layout. It was on Pinterest. I can't remember the name of the person now. Usually I put a little post-it note inside. But she had the scallop edge on here. And I didn't bother with that. And this was plain, but I decided to use the Versamark ink and use clear embossing powder on it. And I heat set it with my heat gun, and it gave like a little background to it. So it was more, because once I made the card, I was like, oh, it looks so plain. So I did change that, and I stamped that inside. So you're gonna see the stamping part, which is done with this stamp set, and then you're gonna see die cuts like this. See those little, I don't know if it's bows or bows. I think it's bows. So little, and then there are the little pine cones. These are done with dies. So I'm going to show the difference because it's confusing with these sets. This is another one here. This one was, okay, so I seen it was created by Tammy White on one pin that I pinned, and the other one was Linda Cullen. So I cannot give credit. I don't know which of the two actually designed it, but one of my chicks was here, Heather. She made this one for me. So she made two of these, and then I made two of these. So then we both had two cards each. And we didn't really like what was behind here. It was like stamp, and it looked like it was die cut around it. But we decided to go with just a little die cut of this piece here. I'll show that after. So, and I like it better this way. And the ribbon is different because I didn't have any more early espresso ribbon, but we made it with what we had. I want that. Yeah. Denise, you want everything. Everything I show you want them. Oh, Giselle, you didn't make any cards yet? No. Yeah, I'm just starting. So anyways, once I did this one, that's when I decided to do another one, and I changed it this way, and I used those music notes embossing folder and use it on this one. So I thought they looked pretty good myself, I have to say. Yeah, thank you, Ruth. So I'm gonna show you how I did this part. I'm gonna just do this stamping, and then I will show you the die cutting. So actually, let's start with the die cutting. So this is the stamp set here. It's called Christmas Season, and it coordinates with the seasonal labels dies on page 174. So if you go look at 174, and it's funny because this one too says Christmas to Remember, coordinates with seasonal labels dies, page 174. So if you look at them, this one is all words, this one is all images. So they both coordinate because, let me show you actually. So I don't know which order to go, so I'm going everywhere here. Sorry. Let's see here. Page 174. Let's bring this down. Yeah, there. Seasonal labels. So you see all these. So there's labels and there's the die cuts for your stamped images. Really nice set. So this one is $52. It doesn't come as a bundle. You know how when first products come out, they offer it as 10% off. That was already offered in the last year's annual catalog. But this year they carried it over, but you have to buy it separately. So this one matches with both of these sets. So now the other one is the dies on page 170. Do you see this? So it's called Christmas Pinecone. Page 170, and it's $62. So it has two big pieces and then little pine cones. So let me show you that one first. Does anybody have any of these two sets? I'd like to know because I can't remember who purchased them last year. But yeah, this is the seasonal labels. So this coordinates with that stamp set. You can stamp all these images and then they cut them out. So this is not the actual size, but just to give you an idea, because the stamps inside. They shrink this up so that it fits on one sheet. But they are here. So this one is to cut that one, and then you got the little cherries. Not cherries, berries. So they cut that one. There's a leaf. See, this leaf cuts this one. That one here is, I think, this one. Then you got your pine cones. There's two sizes. So this one here. Sorry, it's still very sticky. Now, oh, and I have the stamp set out. So you would stamp that, and then you would die cut this. And we have it in two sizes because you see there's small one and the big one. Besides that, ooh, where did I take this one out? Oh, right there. And then you have all these labels. Look at that nice big label here. So if you look at the page 44, you'll see how big it is on the card. Then you have the smaller one here. That is this one. Then you have two that would be like you can layer them one on top of each other. I don't know if they have it on the samples in the catalog. No. But yeah, so besides that, and then they have these, like if you want to make tags. So if you do this little label here, you could punch the little slit on the top that could make a Christmas tag. These two, it's just pass your ribbons in them. And there's a smaller label and a bigger label here. So that's all one set. And this one is, like I said, seasonal labels dies. And I know it can be overwhelming because like you get so much in one, and trust me, I know. I was a little confused when I was taking them out. Phone dying, I'll watch replay after. Okay. Oh, Kim, I'm not surprised you have both sets. There. So that one goes with this, and you can use this to go with the words. The words are here. I have both English and in French. And I was so happy it says Joyeux Noël and not Joyeuse Fête. It's just like when they translate happy birthday in French, a lot of times they say Joyeux Anniversaire. But us, where I'm from anyways, we usually say Bonne Fête. I only say Joyeux Anniversaire when it's an anniversary, you know, a wedding anniversary. I don't say Joyeux Anniversaire for a birthday. But yeah, so it's all translated. It's really nice. So you can choose if you want it in English or in French. And the stamp sets are $32 Canadian. And that is for that. Now, let's see. I did show you the two dies. So for the annual catalog, that is it. And you can see the pictures in here. If you don't have the catalog, I'll show them up close so you can see the cards. I'll go at each of them. So you can see that some have stamping and some are just die cut. And then they'd make little treat holders here. And there you go. Okay, let's put this one aside. And I'm going to show you the dies. So this is what comes in that set. So you have one big cone and two little ones. And then you have the layering pieces. So you die cut this in one color, and you can, let's say, like what I'm doing is crumb cake. There we go. There we go. I've done this before to save us time on camera. So that's this one here. And that's that one here. And then this one and this one. So once you cut them all out, you just take them like that and you just glue them on top of each other, and there's a pine cone. So it makes it more 3D. And the other way you can do as well is you can use your stamp and you can do one, stamp it one color and then stamp this one a darker color, like to go over top. So it's two-step stamping. And then you take your die and you cut them out. Pretty fun. So this one here, I'll show you what it does. As you can see, there's, well, it's easier to see on this side. There's like 3 pine cones on these. There's some there. The big one, there's 2 small ones, a big one and a small one, and a big one and 2 small ones. So that's so that when you cut them out, so that's this one here, and then that's this one here. So it's more detailed. So you can see that they layer on top of each other. Let's see if I can remember. Yeah, that's it. I didn't poke out all the little pieces. Let me just get my poke tool. So a big tropical storm coming this weekend, eh? Hope we don't lose hydro. Ugh. We got our generator at the cottage, but I'm supposed to be going there this weekend, so we'll see. Depends. My husband's there already. He's been moose hunting, so that gave me a break from building with him. Yeah, we've been really busy trying to help him as much as I can, and we're doing good. We're getting there. So as you can see, you would put that like that. You would glue this on top of each other. And you would glue it on top of here. I didn't cut more than that. I just did that to show you. But it shows you where you would glue them. So you could do it. This could be just a card front just like that. So let's see. I wonder if you could see it on maybe the green. I'm just going to take that card and flip it under so you can see that. Isn't that cool? Now, what I did for my cards, let me show you. So let's say I take that. I'm going to take my silicone sheet here. Flip it that side. And I'm gonna get I try not to touch my phone because I do not want that to drop. So bear with me here. I just bought these little bottles. They're empty, and I emptied my Tombow glue in it at the local craft store. And I did that with my fine tip glue too. I put one, because I don't know about you, but my bottles, our fine tip glue, I always break my thing. It gets stuck in there, like the glue is drying too fast. If you don't put your needle in it when it's as soon as you're done, when you want to go and put it back in it, it's already plugged in. So I did one bottle with my Tombow glue and one with the liquid glue from there. So I just opened that up and poured it in there. Yeah, it's annoying. So this is just a fine tip and it doesn't clog. I like it. Maybe I'm gonna recommend that to Stampin'Up. So another way to make this go faster is you could use our adhesive sheets. So you put, you cut your piece of cardstock and another piece of the adhesive sheet the same size, and then you put it through your die cutting machine. And after that, you just peel off the adhesive backing, so it becomes a sticker. But I never thought of it, and it's too late now. So I'm just gonna put this everywhere that I can see a big enough spot. And you're gonna see what I did. So you can leave it just in one big piece. Whoop, this goes there. Or you can make a few cards with just one. Doop, there, I think that's enough. We'll try it. So this is the good side. And like this, I'm just gonna put it on top. I should have my silicone sheet under this, just so I don't get glue on my desk, but let's see if I can pull it under. There you go. Okay, now we're rolling here. See. So you want to align it. And I guess it wouldn't matter if it's not right on, because it adds like dimension to it. But I'm trying to get in here. There we go. There. And move this. Trying to find something here. I did have some leftover from last year when we made cards with this. It was a different color. Probably don't have it right handy, but I would have liked to show you. We did different colors. And there you go. So that becomes one piece. And you could go ahead and glue these on your, so this was early espresso. I'm just gonna stick that on it. Probably work better with my little tweezers. Did you know that Stampin' Up! Came out with a kit for embossing, and it has a nice pair of tweezers in it, and a tray for your embossing powder, and the embossing buddy is back, and it's all in one kit. I'm trying to think, is that in the annual catalog? Let's check it out, because I didn't order it yet, so I can't really show you. But let me just look. Embossing folder, heat embossing. Page 128 maybe? No, so it must be in the annual. If anybody watching this knows which catalog it's in and which page, let me know. I'm gonna just look in the, it is here. So in the holiday catalog, page 49, check this out. Because they had retired the embossing powder, embossing buddy, and many of us complained we wanted it back because it's much easier to do heat embossing when you have the embossing buddy. So they came out with the whole kit. So you have the embossing tray. So when you're pouring your powder, you can pour it over this tray. When you're done, there's a little hole here. You just empty it back into your little container. And then there's a little paintbrush. So that's to scoop it out. Like you can clean your tray out. And a pair of tweezers. And so you have your embossing buddy in it. So number 3 is $37. So it's not bad for all of that. And we got our 12 by 12 basic black cardstock back. Not sure if it's going to carry over in the annual catalog, but it's in our holiday catalog right now. So if you've been missing the 12 by 12 cardstock, get on it now, because we don't know if it's gonna stay forever or if it's just a temporary thing that they brought it back just to tease us. Yeah, we when you want 12 by 12 cardstock, you have to buy variety pack. So actually, do we even yeah. Var- So you get, I don't know with how many sheets of each, but I haven't bought 12 by 12 in a long time because I had stocked myself like crazy when I knew they were doing away with many of them. So there you go. And I'm just going to do my last one since I got it. That's all this is. In this set of dies, that's all it is. Just the two big pieces and then your little pine cones. There. And just center it like that. So then, like I said, you can use it just like that. You can put it, you know, you could put a bunch of pine cones on top of them and then just put a tag, a Merry Christmas tag on there, and that can go right on the card base. Or you could make more than one card with this piece. Let me see where I put my scissors. Oh, right there. So as you can see, I think in the back it's easier to see, but you can take 1, 2, and 3. So you cut out the pines, you know, the branches to go with one set, the other branches to go with this one, and then leave the other one. And that's what I did yesterday. So I just went in between and just snipped away a few pieces. I'm gonna go with here and here. There's no set rules. You can make it the way, you know, cut it where you want. Let's see here. There's only this piece holding that. Oh, a tiny bit here. All right. So that could be on one card. Then you look at there and you want to separate them. So I'm going to cut here and in between here. My daughter's wedding is on Saturday. Oh, really? Outside wedding? Oh, no. And it's a storm coming. Oh, hope she has a backup plan. Oh, man. And there you go. So there's 3 pieces, and you just make a bunch of these pine cones. This one here, I'm going to kind of cut this one. There. Looks more realistic. Not that I know of. Oh, man, I hope so. Now, to go back to my cards, I'll show you where they were. So I started out with one piece over here. I don't know which one. Like I didn't cut them exactly the same. That's why every card will be different, because depending on how you cut it, you might just want one branch. You can cut this one off. So you put on your card and then you just put your little pine cones on the top like that. So this was one piece here. And then the other card that I used the 2 other pieces that was left. So like as you can see, I did cut it a little bit like this. And then this one, I just hid the pines in the back. Like I just used this branch here. So you could make another one with that. You can make 4 cards. And that's it for the dies, all right? Besides that on this, and then I stamped, that's the stamp from the, that I showed you. The one that has just the words, so in here. And then I use the labels to cut it out. This card here, I did change it up a little bit, but it was, I seen Angela Mever, or Meaver, I'm not sure how you say it. That was where I got this card that my customer sent me. She wanted to do this one. And this one, I didn't write it, but it was, same thing, was different. I just copied this idea, the frame part, then I made it different on that. That's what I like about Pinterest. You get the ideas, the inspiration, and then you just make it to your own taste. You change things up. Now, I'm going to put this aside. I'm probably going to use that for that class when they come. There'll be one set already done. And I'm going to show you now how to do this little puzzle. So if you want to stick around, I can show you how I did it. And this label here, that was 3x4, basic white. And I'm going to stamp that. Okay, I'll go back afterwards and read if there's any other messages. I don't want to keep you on here too long. It's already late enough. It's 10 o'clock here in New Brunswick. Okay, so first thing you need is scraps, like this scrap paper. And I just used printer paper, and you'll need to create a mask for this one. When I've seen some cards, they have it that you can see everything mix and match together. One of the demonstrators had an idea. I don't have her name. Sorry, whoever you are. She masked this, and there's some masking paper in our catalog that I didn't know of. It was on the weekly deals this week, and I didn't even know we had that. So what we do is just use a Post-it note, and you're gonna stamp your image. So I'm taking the biggest part, like this stamp set. There's the back, like the how would you say, like the background of it, and then this one is a detailed. You're gonna stamp it on top with a darker color. So I'm gonna use the biggest one, and your strip of stickiness is here. This is just dollar store Post-it notes, so they're not very sticky, but they did the job. And just stamp. Doesn't matter which color you use. And you could do this with any other stamp set. When you want to do that you want to stamp around an image, but not stamp on top of it, just stamp it on a piece of Post-it note. I'm going to go close to that sticky strip. So you just stamp your image on that sticky part. And then you're going to use scissors just to cut the outline of it. I always like to cut in a little bit, just because when you stamp it, there's not like that little white space around it, around your image. So I always cut it either right on the line or even a little smaller. I'm not going to go right in every little piece there. You don't have to for this one. This is just the longest part. And besides that, what else can we talk about while you watch me cut this? What have you been up to? Everybody's done their vacation. I'm so sad summer's done. Oh, I love summer. Gonna miss it. So we are building that cottage, and we still don't have the plumbing put in, and electrical is all hooked in, like all put, but we're waiting for NB Power to come and hook it up, but they're waiting for the inspector to give them the okay. Such a long process. But I've been on Marketplace and at the local hardware buying all kinds of stuff for the new kitchen that I'll have in there. Not that I'm excited I'm going to be cooking, but it'll make it easier. So now, put this aside for now. And you want to decide where you're putting your pine cone and your here, I'll take this. I think you can see it. I'll put that there so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do this one. No, let's do it this way. But for this one, I want to put joy. So I'm going to stamp my joy. That way you know you're not going to stamp all over your sheet and not have room for your greeting. Actually, I'm going to do joy in red. I think that would look nice. So if it's too late for you to watch tonight, don't worry. You can come back anytime to watch the replay. See if it's something, if there's something you can learn from this. So I'm going to put my head in here because I need to know if it's straight. Hold on. There. Isn't that pretty? All right. Take my cleaner out. Scrubbing pad. All right, now, so we know where the word is. Now is to decide where you want to put your pine cone, sorry. And like I said, there's a small and a big one. So I always like putting the largest one in a lighter color and a dark one with the smaller one. This is going to be crumb cake. So let's see if that's what I have here. Yeah, I'm going to do crumb cake. And I want to have it going upwards. And then for the dark one, I'm using, you can use early espresso or soft suede. I'm using soft suede. Actually, let's try the early espresso just so you see the difference between the two. Why not? Let's get my ink pad. Early espresso. Okay, this one here. And I'm gonna go with the detailed one. And you just follow like the tip. I gotta put my head over. Don't want to block your view. But that's what you use for a guide. It's just that the pointy at the same place. And there you go. It'll dry lighter. I'll clean those while I have this out. It's a good idea to clean your stamps as you go so that you don't drop one, drop your block on your card when you're halfway through. And close your ink pads too. Now, we are going to put this Post-it note on top of the cone. There. So it should stick a little bit on it. Now you can do the stamping all around it. So I'm going to start with the soft sea foam to do that leaf image. I bought these at Princess Auto. That's pretty cool. It's a magnetic little bowl. So I better put these in there so that I don't lose that. Oh, and put your glue cover there. And we want those little twigs. Oh, no, sorry. That's coming after. Where did I put that leaf? Oh, I might have put that away when I was done yesterday. Yep. Actually, I'm going to use a different one for this card. Let's see. Which one should I do? About this one here. That way I won't have another exact same card. Need another block though. Okay, so soft sea foam. And I'm just gonna put some over here. And over here. It's a little juicy. That is one color I don't use often, so I'm glad that I was able to dig that one out. And now those little pieces here. So in the stamp set, there's one like that, and there's another one that's got two pieces. This is the one I'm using. And we're going to close this ink pad. I'm going to use our Evening Evergreen. In French, it's Épinette enivrante. Okay, and then just, you can go like that, and you can stamp off so that there's two shades of it. Like that. And I'm gonna do a little more here. Just like that. And then we still need the green. I'm going to use this piece here, and that's this one. You see like it's got something missing on it? That's for those berries. So I could use a different green, but I'm going to keep going with the same one here. So I want my berries to really stick out, so I want to push them up here. I'm going to put them over here. I might add another one after. We'll see what it looks like. Now, real red. And then you gotta check to see how they are. There's one over here by itself, but there's one up there, so I always gotta play with it to see which one goes where. So it is like this, but I'm gonna bring my head in so I can see. There. Isn't that pretty? So the same thing over here. Bring that in. Daisy. Daisy came downstairs to visit. Yeah, I was telling some of the girls, she gave us gave me a scare on the weekend when we came back, me and her, Monday from the cottage. I think she just overexhausts herself when we go there. Oh, she was acting so weird and not eating the food, and she couldn't even get up in the car. So I kind of got worried. But a day later, she's back to herself. Back to her normal self, I should say. Yeah, I scared Maxine, so she came home. She said, I want to go, I'm home. My daughter is in college in Nova Scotia, so she wasn't planning on coming this weekend, but that made her come. And then I said, I feel like I'm a liar, because look at Daisy go. She's all fine. Yeah, but it's good to know. She's okay. And here we go. So you take that off, and there's your image. You can add, I think I'm actually going to stamp a little bit more of the twigs over here, but with not the twigs, but that little leaf one. There we go. I'll put this back on because I want to do another one over here. And voila! So this is what you call masking. And you can reuse this, make quite a few cards. As long as it's still sticky, it'll dry. And that's what I have here. Okay. What do you think? So besides this, before I let you go, I'll show you some other stamp sets in the catalog. My friend, one of my team members was here, Anik. She was here yesterday when we were doing our day crop, and she brought hers because it's a set that I didn't purchase yet, but I am liking what I'm seeing on Pinterest. That one is on. It's called she's got it in French, the Feuille de Roux, but the English one is Leaves of Holly, and it's on page 25 of the holiday catalog. And look at the projects on there. Aren't they pretty? And I'll show you that paper. It's the paper, I think, that makes the cards look so nice. This here is just a DSP. They just fussy cut around it. Those poinsettia. There's no stamp set. There's no poinsettia on that stamp set. So they're just from the pack of paper. So look at it. Very pretty. Original Christmas colors. Isn't that gorgeous? That is a pack, a 12 by 12, and it's $16.50 for the pack. So Bows of Holly is one, and then there was another stamp set that had pine cones and everything. Not pine cones, but like Christmas tree branches. I don't know what you call them, boughs. I think you say boughs. This one is a nice one too. So they have the dies here, the die cuts. So you can cut around the leaf like that, or you can just die cut cardstock. Don't know if it's close enough. If you see here, right there, you can see that you could die cut just the cardstock, and that's what this would be. And then you got your little branch and all these cute little ornaments on it. Looks very nice. And did you see these little flat jingle bell trinkets? Aren't those pretty? Like I don't know how many times I looked through this catalog and I still see stuff that I didn't notice before. What's this one here? Oh, this stamp set. Yeah, on my cards I used for my greetings. This is the stamp set I used. Let's see here. Yep, that's on page 33. I only ordered the stamp set because I did need new greetings, and I like that you can stamp on the front of your card, and then inside you have the sayings too. So it's a really nice set. I think it's available in French. Yeah, it is. So you can get it in English or French, but you can actually add the bundle if you want, and there's these dies in it. If to see the dies up close, just go on the website and enter in when you're in the shopping section, just enter the name or the code that you see. So like the bundle 159552, then you see a close-up image of everything. It's the best way. It's just like that paper I showed you, the DSP. I can show you what I have. But online, you can go and look at, whoops, I hit the phone. You can flip through each image to see the paper. Look at this gorgeous paper. On the other side is just like that, with different shades. This is the one that we on on the card, so you just cut all around that. You could make a bunch of them. There's 2 full sheets of these. And then there's like this. And then we have the trees for a background. Isn't that beautiful? The colors are the colors I used on this card, the evening evergreen and soft succulent. And that, I think that would be mossy meadow. Let me just look in the back. It has cherry cobbler, evening evergreen, mossy meadow. Yeah, mossy meadow. There's also old olive, poppy parade, real red, Sarah sand, shaded spruce, soft succulent, and soft suede. That's all the colors that you get in this. And on the other side, it's like this. Oh, this kind of looks like the painted Christmas DSP. I like that. Yeah, I'll show you the other one too. The painted Christmas DSP carried over from last year's Christmas catalog. You don't see that often. Usually they retire every pack of paper and come up with new ones. But it carried over, so it was the one that coordinated with that bundle that we worked with. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that. That one I'm not too sure about it. I'd love to see some cards with it. Like I don't know if it's one that I would use. I would more be likely to use this side for sure. But I would be curious. If you see something online that they use this sheet, oh, please tag me. Send it to me. I want to see that. And that's it for that one. Yeah, the painted Christmas. I have a pack open here. This one carried over from last year. So we used that strip on the card. Yeah, see how that looks like the other one? Very nice. On this side, these little pine cones. So that's the paper that I use for this card. Really like it. That's the same as I had before. And a bunch of little pine cones on here. That one too is a little busy, a little too busy for me. Mesmerizing. It's like little jungle paper. And that one. Oh, excuse me. That one here and another funky one. So I'd like to see what is made with this because I don't have that kind of imagination. But so yeah, there's all kinds of paper. I could go on all night, show you every pack of paper that we have, but I'm not gonna do that. But if you have any questions, feel free to message me, and I will answer as soon as I can. So I'm gonna bring back the cards that I made. If you want to take a look, you can do a screenshot. Right there. There's one missing. Oh, this one here. So, Marlene, if you're watching this, this is a good way to see the cards that you can choose for your class. The class you want to do with your friends. So we'll go over it and decide which ones you want to make, and you don't have to just pick from these two. Like you can pick a few and then choose from other bundles that we have, and then we'll decide how many cards you guys can make, because I don't know how good fast you are, if it's beginners. I think it's your regular group. So anyways, you decide how many cards you want to make, and then we will go from there. Okay, so have a great night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll upload this to my YouTube channel too, because it's been empty all summer. I better put that on there. If you don't follow me yet on YouTube, just I'll add the link in here after I'm done uploading it. and you can subscribe so that you can see future videos. And please share. I love sharing. So, and also, if you like crafting with friends, if you're always by yourself crafting and you'd like to meet new people who do this too, we are having our fall retreat in October. It's October 14th to the 16th, and it's at Camp Wildwood. It's in New Brunswick, but if you live outside of New Brunswick, come for a road trip. Come hang out with us. You can message me and I'll send you the link for the registration. It has all the info there. We still need 7 more crafters to fill it up. All right, so please let your friends know. And it's not just for scrapbookers, it can be knitters. Oh, you can do crochet, whatever, painting, whatever crafts you're into. So if you're a scrapbooker but you don't have any friends that does it, check with the ones who have an different kind of hobbies that you think they'd like to come. All meals included, and you sleep. They're bunk beds, but you don't have to sleep on the top bunk. There's enough rooms that we can put 4 per room, and you so you just bring your bedding. Anyways, all this information is on my link. I'll share that too, and yeah, hopefully we get that filled soon so that I can confirm to the camp that we have enough for it. Um, and that's it. Okay, thanks for watching. Good night, everybody. Bye.